So now is our chance to talk about, more of the kind of business discussion. Oh, sure. Thanks, John. We've seen some videos talked about how they're distributed, but there are also some realities that we need to really tackle around some of the challenges of selling video. How is it sold? Where is it sold? How do you kind of crack into that, perpetual challenge of the very fragmented small business environment, and then also some larger businesses that wish to target locally, which is also a big opportunity. So I'd like to have each of you guys just kind of introduce yourselves and your companies for a minute, and then also talk about kind of where you are in this video sales equation. Some of you are, channels yourselves. Some of you work with channel partners. So how you sell directly or indirectly, just briefly, and then we'll open it up to a broader discussion. So Bud?
Sure. I guess my strategy of taking the number 2 chair didn't work to not go first. My name's Bud Rosenthal. I've been with Turn here now probably 4 or 5 months. And as Brad alluded, we are a network of about 7,000 plus videographers around the world. And we combine that with a very robust platform for production and distribution of thousands and thousands of videos a month. Pardon me. We generally go to market 2 ways. We go via channel through IYP and City Guides today. And then we also sell direct to very large brands and agencies. Brad, again, alluded to some of these, whether it's Intercontinental, Williams-Sonoma, Simon & Schuster, et cetera.
Okay, great. John?
Brian.
I'm sorry, Brian McCarthy. Excuse me. You guys all look alike from this angle.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Hello, everyone. Brian McCarthy. I'm the VP of Merchant Product at CitySearch. I've been there about 6 months, and it was great to get the shout out from Brad. We did start early in this space. I was at Rever for 2 years, an online video sharing platform, and so I've been focused on video for a long time. And I really believe that CitySearch has led the space, but I think that there's a whole bunch more that we can do. We of course are trying to get video into all of our merchant sites. I'm just very bullish on video. I think it's certainly the wave of the future. It's outstanding advertising when you can get the owner of a business right in front of the customer or his prospect and tell his story. I think that's wonderful.
That's great. Thanks. Gordon?
Hi. I'm Gordon Henry. I'm the president of Spotzer, based in New York. Spotzer is a 2-year-old company that operates internationally. Our headquarters is actually in Amsterdam, where we founded, and we have our production team over there, and we have teams both in Europe and the United States. Spotzer is, I guess, a little different in that we offer an array or a portfolio of products because we don't believe that it's a one-size-fits-all solution. We have a photo collage product. We have what we call a ready-to-air video product, which I'll talk more about, and the videography custom product that you saw several examples of today. Our ready-to-air product is kind of unique. We produce our own video commercials, and these are both creative commercials, sort of more type you might see on TV, as well as more yellow page type commercials that are more about the business. I know I want to go to a dentist, which is the best dentist in town type. And what's unique about this, and I think really critical to this discussion, is our ready-to-air solution is truly scalable because the rep can basically take a commercial off the shelf, present it to the customer. The customer can say they want that. And just with a little bit of the information that the rep typically collects anyway, we can customize that video for the customer. We can include photos or logos if they want that, and turn it around at a very low price within 5 days. So you have a truly world-class professional commercial. Each customer has the rights to that for their DMA exclusively. And we can do that all very quickly and inexpensively. And I think really the key point here, I was at Yellow Book for 8 years before coming to this company. The key thing to remember is making it really easy for the rep, because if it's hard for them, they won't do it.
Well, you can tell that you come from the Yellow Pages world, because I think I counted the word rep 12 times. So we'll come back to that.
It all comes back to
absolutely. Yeah. So next we have John Rosen from SpotRunner.
Hi, thanks. I'm John Rosen with SpotRunner. I run our local business, and so most of you know SpotRunner. We are, as much as we are a video company, we're also what we would call a mixed media company. We're known for delivering inexpensive, high-quality products in TV, radio, search, and video. We have we're kind of a platform-based company, as well as handling certain agency-like functions. But we're lucky enough to have about 2,400 videographers across the United States. In addition to that, in LA, we've got a significant production facility. And what we aim to do is provide the ability for kind of a frictionless acquisition of video from pan and zoom up to mini docs and very highly customized TV quality product. And yet at the same time use scale to deliver these products at a very low cost. One of the advantages of a company like us is that while a TV video and an online video should be two different things, they also, for a couple of reasons, should have some similarities. So we're able to both reduce the cost and manage the development of both products with similar assets.
Thank you. So the first question I want to ask is a big theme at this conference, for obvious reasons, is the economy. And I'm wondering what you guys think about whether or not a down economy is good or bad for online video. And, we heard from Brad Inman earlier who was saying that it's, I forget his term, but basically a recession bodes well for something that's more measurable and just more efficient. However, in some ways you could also look at it that online video falls into the experimental bucket, being in kind of nascent stages, and often that experimental ad budget is the first to go in times like this. Thoughts?
I think from our perspective, again, we focus both on channel and direct. On the channel side, certainly we've seen very limited softness. I think when you look at how critical YP ad spend is to small business and how critical video is to their sales force, it's something that's being pushed very, very aggressively by all the sales organizations. On the direct side, there is a glass half full and glass half empty perspective. That it's either new or and hence you might revert to more tried and true medium. We've actually seen a lot of very, very large advertisers re-up in Q4 because it is more cost effective, because you can leverage it across multiple medium. So Brad referenced Intercontinental. In addition to getting that all over their site, we syndicated that all around the web. In fact, they got an in-flight entertainment. So you can leverage these assets, and I think other people would probably agree, in a variety of different ways. So I think it would be foolish not to assume the first half of next year is going to be tough for everyone. So far, we're actually still very, very bullish.
As you guys answer this question, would you also speak to the issue of churn and how or whether or not video helps or hurts churn rates? Because that's clearly an issue out in the marketplace. So as you think about it in the context of the economy.
Absolutely, I can speak to that. So I don't see it as being experimental. I think that it's not fully adopted yet, but that's the television ad is not experimental, and that's in many ways that's exactly what this is. So I think that absolutely, if advertising works, then up economy or down economy, people are going to spend money on it because they still absolutely need to keep their doors open. In order to do that, the cash register has to ring, and if online video ads can drive the cash register ringing, which all of our data supports that it does, it's absolutely. We're actually going after dentists right now. It's kind of funny. We have a promotion going on. I'll have somebody contact you. So. And then to speak to churn, because I have to watch what I'm saying because I have a prospective customer right there. But when the owner's face is on, Brad spoke to it, right? When the owner's face is on this video, and this video is on the internet, and anyone at any time can see it, there is some incentive to keep that video going. So it does move churn lower.
Or the owner's marketing person is on the video.
Yes, depending on who it is.
Gordon,
go ahead,
Gordon,
yeah.
comment?
Yeah. So, it helps and it hurts, I guess is my answer. I don't think too many of us are happy to see the economy in the downswing that it's in, and unless you're in bankruptcy, it's not clearly a good thing. But on the other hand, I do think when there's pressure on budgets the way there is, I think, again, looking at it through the eyes of the person who's selling it to them, particularly there's pressure on print if the sales rep is selling them print. And so the rep is going to say, well, what else can I sell them to maintain that budget? And video, for all the reasons I think you've been hearing, is such a natural sale and is increasingly becoming something that just has to be part of the landing page. I think it does tend to get bundled in or packaged in because you want to maintain that budget.
I think to Neil's question about churn, it's a foundational asset, and so it tends to be a churn reducer, right? If the relationship with the client is such that they lose that video or they lose the ability to constantly iterate that video, then they're less likely to churn, and so we see it as an upside. The right answer came out from my colleagues here, which is that measurability is a contraindicator to a down economy. But I think there's an economics in this room that's helpful to recognize, which is that adoption isn't a one-sided effort. It's actually, in many cases, it's a push economic. So the people in this room that have a large number of local clients are reaching out to the people at this dais and others and saying, I want to add products, I want to upsell, I want something that's a performance enhancer. And so at the same time, while the economy is a challenge, I think you see people here taking that nascent market, educating their clients and pushing it out there. And so it's going to be masked by that effect this year.